Hey everybody.
Hey everybody, it's Ted, the Buffalo Beauty Boy, and this is gonna be a favorites video. My wonderful, amazing boyfriend, of course, is always a favorite. Oh gosh, I am excited to talk about these. It's been a little bit since I recorded. I've been so busy at work and getting my life together. But I feel like it's imperative to start this by saying, as a concerned citizen, as a compassionate heart, the events that are unfolding before our eyes in Afghanistan have been weighing very heavy. Some people that I'm very close with have, loved ones that have served, have, people that they really care about that are in Afghanistan or Afghanistan adjacent. It's just really heartbreaking to see. I feel like I can't, in good conscience, start a video and not talk about how heavily the events unfolding in Afghanistan are weighing on myself, people that I love, people that I care about, other people in the beauty community. This is really something that is absolutely heart-wrenching. So I do want to stipulate that although this is, a beauty channel, my last couple videos have been, pretty to beauty content, but I can't in good conscience hold up, beauty products and not say that behind that, my heart is absolutely bleeding for Afghanistan. I just, with a heavy heart, Afghanistan has absolutely been on my mind. So, on that aside, these are some things that have been really cheering me up and making me feel a little bit better. Things that are giving me a little bit of solace in, the really trying, tough times that we have. So, I think I'm gonna try to close that blind and get rid of that light, and then we'll really get into it. There we go. That's a little bit better. So the first thing, first and foremost, that is cheering me up is this wonderful cat shirt. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's 10 cats all over this shirt. I got it at my local fair. I didn't go, but my mother did, and she picked me up a cat shirt. So I've been loving sporting the horse girl cat shirt. All right, you know what? I have a couple perishables, so I think I'll address those first. Ooh, maybe I should do them last. I don't know. If you don't care, I guess fast forward because there's only 2 of them. But the first one is this Dannon Light and Fit yogurt. And there's nothing light nor fit about me. But these are really good. I really struggle with eating breakfast. That's one of the biggest things that I'm trying to do is just continually eat breakfast. And these help a ton. They have 12 grams of protein, and this is the pumpkin pie one, but I really just like the standard vanilla. The other little snack that I've been really enjoying is cucumbers and hummus. So just Sabra hummus, but this is the Greek inspired one, and super good. If you don't care, then you don't care, but if you do, those are great. I've really been loving them. I haven't talked about it a lot on my channel, but it comes to no surprise to anybody that I'm a person of size. I am a thick boy, and I have really been making an attempt to eat better and move more and just all the, stuff that we're supposed to do. The stuff that, is about being healthy and making us feel good. So that's what I've been trying to do. And those are just a couple little snackies that have really done the work, in my opinion. I'm gonna put those back in the fridge so they don't melt because it's a bajillion degrees. All right, this lighting stitch is gonna be weird, so we just have to press on and be super okay with it. But I'm gonna get into some beauty favorites. We'll do we'll do body, and then, yeah, I'm just gonna talk about these. The first one, and you guys know I am no stranger to the Dr. Teal's bath salts. However, this foaming bubble bath in Balance and Calm matcha green tea is so nice. It's similar to the cannabis sativa one that I talk about all the time, the cannabis sativa one. It's similar, but it's a little bit more, I think, like, it's not citrus, but it's really like a little bit sharper. Like, it's a little bit less masculine. And I've been absolutely loving this. I'm like pretty far down, but yeah, these are so affordable and so good. And I think we could all use an extra bubble bath every now and again. So Dr. Teal's Balance and Calm has been a staple at the Buffalo Beauty Chateau, if you will. And along with that, another like bath product is this Tree Hut Shea Sugar Scrub in the scent Eucalyptus Blossom. And this is like very subtly minty. It's minty, but it's not like an aggressive, like punchy in the face mint. It's very soft, very nice. And well, I mean, it's not minty, it's eucalyptus, but it's got that cooling sensation, but it's very mild. And the scrub is just exquisite. Ooh, there's like a hair on that. But you can see it's like it almost looks like a jelly suspension, but it's not. It's very nice. It doesn't foam, but the particles, because they are sugar-based, not salt-based, they dissolve, and my skin really likes a good sugar scrub. Salt scrubs will tend to dry my skin out, but a sugar scrub I'm usually fine with. And these are so affordable and so good. The next one that I'm gonna share is the Necessaire Unscented body lotion. This is super nice. It says that it's unscented, but it has a like cosmetic counter cream scent, if that makes sense. Very light smelling. It's actually really, it's not thick, but it's got some body to it, and it's super moisturizing. So I've been reaching for this a ton. I'm currently working on a large, like kind of big-ish tattoo on my ankle. And I always use an unscented like lotion for the healing process, and this has been my go-to. And it's like also using it on my ankle, I've just found myself reaching for it for all over my body, especially after that scrub. Magnifique. It's so good. So yeah, Necessaire Unscented. I do want to try the sandalwood one, but this is, I guess, like a surprise, well, a little sneak peek for my empties video, but I am almost done with all of the Bath & Body Works shower gels that have been plaguing my life for a year. And when I finish those, the Necessaire body wash is like on my list of body washes to try. So that might be coming up. And the last like body product is the Vacation Classic Lotion. This is an SPF 30. I wish it was a little higher. I prefer an SPF like 40 or 50 for my body. I mean, I prefer an SPF like 40 in general, but I love this. My boyfriend loves this. This is such a good sun cream. It's very heavily fragranced. I personally really enjoy it. It's not my favorite scent in the world, but for what it is, I really like it. And I love this because it's super easy to apply. It feels very nice on the skin. And what really sold me, us, is that my boyfriend has reached for this quite a bit as well. So he's pretty fair. And any, if I can get him to wear sunscreen, that's awesome. He's usually pretty good about it, but I'm the one that's really like, SPF every day, do it. So we both have really been enjoying this, and I figured I would mention it, especially because I did a dedicated video to it. So I can probably link that in the description box if you're interested. So I guess like piggybacking off of sunscreen, this is the Color Science Sunforgettable Total Protection Face Shield Glow SPF 50. And this was sent to me by Kate from State of Kate. She is such a sweetheart. She sent me a wonderful little care package with a ton of SPFs to try. it started because we were talking about the pipette one and she didn't like it. I've used it on my body and it is really nice. I haven't used it on my face yet, but this is the star of the show for me. She sent me a wonderful little care package and this was in there and I love this. She said that on her it was a little too glowy, like she said it was a little Tin Man-y, but I don't mind that. I've never been one to be like annoyed about a glow, so this has been a ton of fun and I've really been enjoying it. So thank you so much, Kate. I love you. You're a queen, you're beautiful, you're a goddess. Thank you. I guess we'll keep like with the face trend. This cleanser from Verst, the Gentle Cycle cleanser, is really nice. I picked this up in an attempt to find a replacement for the Glossier Milky Jelly cleanser, and I think they have very different feels. Like in the Glossier Milky Jelly cleanser, to me, if I had to describe it, we're on one, but Glossier Milky Jelly cleanser to me is like a new fleece pullover, right? Like we all know that feeling, and it's so cozy and comfy and nice and luxe. This to me feels like a new satin robe. Like they're both super comfortable but very different. Does that make sense? And I love both of them. I actually don't own a satin robe, but I need one. I use satin and silk pillowcases, but this is just very creamy, very luxe, but it's not as bodied and not as like whipped, I guess, if that makes sense, as the Glossier. And it's virtually unscented. I don't think there's really a fragrance to it. I guess it has that like, again, like that cosmetic counter cream, like unscented cream to it. And I really enjoy that. So Verst Gentle Cycle Milky Cleanser has been an absolute favorite of mine. It removes makeup well enough. I think I use a balm or an oil and then this, and it gets everything off. I haven't tried it to remove like heavy makeup, but if I'm just wearing like SPF and brows and like a little blush, it all comes off. So, and this is like $15, and don't let the size deter you. I use like 3 pumps, and the pumps are really small, but it really does go a long way. It's not a product that you need like gobs and gobs of, the way that I feel like you need a lot of the CeraVe hydrating cleanser. This, you really only need like 2 pumps. So I guess it kind of evens out, and the packaging is immaculate. Like I love that. I don't know, well, I guess like products specifically, but more so just in general, the brand Stark. So Stark is a wonderful small green brand made by a woman named Jess in Canada, and she's incredible. She has sent me a couple care packages, and I've used a few of her products, and I haven't talked about them enough, and I need to. I'm on my 2nd bottle of Everlasting, and this is, it says it's a calm, smooth infusion. So the way that I use it is almost like an essence. I use it after cleansing, after any sort of mask or treatment, and it really just calms my skin. And she said that it works amazing under an oil. And I typically use oils in my routine pretty regularly, but I use this morning and night. And then at night, I've been using her Midnight Resiliency Boost Serum. That's very oily and unctuous. Let me look at that. Don't you just like want that on your face? It's super nice. It smells very like fresh and calming and nighttimey. I don't know exactly what gives it the scent. The other thing that I will say is, if you are sensitive to essential oils, I don't know what like caliber they are. These are very high quality, wonderful products, but they do have essential oils. So if you are sensitive to that, maybe be cautious. I just know a couple of my friends do, but this one has neroli. But the main ingredients are meadow foam seed oil, calendula and marshmallow, squalane, broccoli seed oil, rose hip oil, cranberry seed oil, and sea buckthorn oil is on here as well. Just a ton of really beautiful oils. And I use probably 2 pumps of this at night all over. And then I just top it off with like a thick, heavy cream and I'm good to go. But my skin really likes a good like moisture sandwich. So these together have been a dream. But Stark in general is just wonderful. Every product that I've tried from them, I've been blown away with. I went through an entire one of their cleansers, an entire one of their hydrating, or I don't know if it's hydrating, but one of their sprays. She's just so incredible and so friendly. I'll have the products that I've mentioned and her Instagram linked below. Please check her out. She's so cool. And I'm not super well versed with Boxwala, I think. But they're a like green beauty box subscription, and I think this month they featured Stark products, so I'm really happy for her. Jess is just so nice. We always chat and we just have a blast, so definitely show Stark some love. So the next product that I'm gonna share is the Way Leave-In Conditioner. Specifically, it's the collab they did with Burrito, and it's the Mojave Ghost scent. Ugh, it just smells so good. I bought the dry shampoo, and the dry shampoo is actually really good. I feel like you go through it very quickly, so the Way dry shampoo is not something that I super recommend, but it is very nice. If you are looking for like a super dry shampoo, that's what it is. I do feel like it cleans my hair, but it goes pretty quickly. Their leave-in conditioner is amazing, and I've tried it. I went through a full bottle and I really liked it. However, I didn't love the scent. So I wanted to see what it would be like with the Mojave Ghost scent that I really enjoy. I don't own anything from Burrito. I've never worn their fragrance, so I can't speak to that. But from what I gather, the Mojave Ghost products through the Way products smell incredible. And this leave-in conditioner is amazing. I feel like it's one of those kind of like do-it-all leave-ins that I really like to use. I use like a scalp spray and then an all-over leave-in that kind of does it all, like detangles, heat protection, frizz, prevent, like just something that does it all. And I feel like this does it. So if you're looking for kind of a multi-use product, especially if you're somebody that wears your hair curly and or straight, this is a great option because you can heat style with it or air dry. And that's what I do typically. So the Way leave-in conditioner, specifically the Burrito collab, big fan. I'm loving it. Next hair product is the Carlton King Balm, and this is just the mini, and that's really all I would need. It's kind of a fun little texture. It separates a little, so you kind of have to like mix it, but it is like a creamy formula. I don't know if formula is the right word, but I use this almost as like a lotion for my hair. So like I washed my hair this morning, so it's like feeling pretty good. I don't feel like I need a whole lot, but I'll take just like a little bit. And I just kind of put it on if I've got like a little frizz, if my ends are looking a little dry. And it smells like really nice and minty and aromatic and fresh, and all of their products smell like that. I'm a huge fan. Carlton King is super sustainable. All of their products are refillable, recyclable, and they're not available on Amazon. They are exclusively like mortar and pestle, like small businesses and hair salons, which I really appreciate. They're just a phenomenal brand that I've enjoyed everything that I've tried from. So Carlton King Balm is something that I've been playing with a little bit more lately. The next one is this Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Grip and Set Refresh Spray. You can see I've used a good amount of it. I've had this for a little while. I accidentally bought 2 of them. I don't know how I clicked twice on it. I'm usually pretty good about combing my purchases and making sure that I know exactly what I'm getting, but I got 2 of them and I was nervous because I was like, well, if I don't like it, I have 2 of these. But I'm going through this pretty quickly and I'm using it almost every time I wear makeup. So the Milk Hydro Set and Refresh Spray is something that I've really been enjoying, and it's just fun. Like, I love that it's blue. I don't know. I don't really love a lot of Milk products, but this is doing the good work. And I'm even curious now to try the primer because I like the spray so much, but I don't know. Let me know if you tried the primer in the comments. But next up is the NYX, the Brow Glue. I was gonna do like a mini video on this. I still might, but I feel like all the girlies are talking about it. We love it. It's super good. I have it in my brows today. I don't have any color in my brows. These are like pretty natural. And this just really gives them some good shape, grooms them. And I like how compact it is too, because I've always wanted like to try soap brows, but I feel like it's just very bulky. And this, I feel like, gives me that soap brow feel without the whole rigmarole of like soap brows. So I've been having fun with this. It's like $6 if you're looking for a good brow gel. I would love this if it had a little bit of tint to it. Like, I imagine this with a tint would be one of like my dream product. So Nyx, if you're listening, let's get a tinted version. Thanks, BB. Next, in terms of makeup, I feel like this is so iconic. We all know Phytosurgeons, and if you don't, get on it. They're so good. This is the shade Inferno, and it's what I have on my cheeks right now. So it really is just like very light and, well, I can't say that it's light. You have to use the teeniest little bit, but it gives me like a really natural flush, and I've been loving that. And that was just barely touching it with my finger. So you really need the lightest bit. Usually what I do is I will like dip my finger in, do like a little swirl like that, and then I'll dip my brush into that. So yeah, this product like really does not quit. Big fan. And they say, well, not they say, I've used it. You can use it as a lip tint as well, which is really fun. Phytosurgeons is just so good. I really love all of their products. I have an order coming from them soon. I'm still kind of using I'm using one of their facial oils right now, and it's impeccable, and I'm excited to try their moisturizer as well as a couple more of their eye shades, because the one that I got is gorgeous, but it's very subtle, and I wanted just something a little deeper and a little bit more punchy. But Phytosurgeons, amazing. Skin Spark. That's the theme of the video. It's just, we love it. Everything's so good. The next makeup product that I'm going to talk about is actually what's on my eyes. So it's a product that listen, I am running up a hill right now. So we're just going with it. But it's the Laboratories Glam Room #1 palette. And this palette has been on the market for a while, and I've kind of ignored it. This is what it looks like. And it's really nice. I have on this shade in my crease and then this shade all over. And I find myself reaching for this palette constantly. I am a huge Lady Gaga fan. If you don't know, now you do. I love Lady Gaga. I feel like her releasing a cosmetic brand made sense. No tea, no shade. Promote what you love, don't bash what you hate. I don't really hate anything. Hate's a very strong word, but I think there's a lot of like celebrity brands that just don't really make sense to me, where I feel like Lady Gaga from the get-go has always been about the looks. Everything's a moment, everything's a serve, everything is a vibe. So for her to release a cosmetic brand made sense. And every product that I've tried, I've really enjoyed. I tried the bronzer and highlight and I got the wrong shade. It's way too deep and way too warm on me, so I can't really wear it. But the formulas were so nice. The glosses are great, and the powder eyeshadows are so good. So Laboratories, I feel like it's like a big old thumbs up, but specifically this palette. When I saw it, the first person that I thought of was Khaki, because it's got these gorgeous purples and everything is like nice and mauvey. Like there's one like reddy color in there, like that one is pretty red, but then these are all like true neutral in my opinion. And even like the shimmer and the light one are super nice, and these are really pretty. Like this is a great like wash all over, and then this I would probably use to build up the corners. I haven't tried the black yet. It's supposed to be like a true like artist black. But yeah, but just I can't get over it. It's not like one of those like ColourPop palettes, but it's definitely not like a Pat McGrath situation. And I think this falls perfectly in the middle, and I feel like the packaging does it justice. So yeah, Laboratories knocking it out of the park again. The last like makeup product that I have is, and it's funny because I've been playing with this a little bit more, and now I guess it's like viral on TikTok. It is the Clinique Black Honey lipstick. That's what I've got on right now. This to me feels very similar to the Gucci Voile. Well, I guess the Gucci Voile lipsticks feel very similar to this. I will say I do prefer my Gucci Voile because I like the shade more. This goes very berry toned on me. Ooh. This goes very berry toned on me. I probably wouldn't have reapplied it if I didn't want to just like show you what it does. But it's very comfortable. It feels like, you know how when you put like a really beautiful good gloss on and then you just kind of leave it for like a conversation and a glass of wine, and then like 40 minutes later your lips feel really hydrated and you still have like that little bit of color, but they're not like fresh glossed. That's what this feels like. The color is super iconic. Every like hot girl in the 90s, and again, I guess this is like viral on TikTok now. I'm showing my age. I'm like, it's viral on TikTok, I guess. Like, no, it's like all over the place. I guess it's like selling out. But yeah, Clinique Black Honey. This is a fun one, and it's such an iconic product. I've had it for a little while, and I go through spurts, specifically in the fall, where I'm like, ooh, I want to wear Clinique Black Honey, and then I don't touch it for months. So she's a fickle friend, but I love her. Last like true product that I have is a Bath and Body Works like concentrated room spray, and it is the Rose Water and Ivy. I did a little bit of a candle haul. I did a little bit of a Bath and Body Works moment. I had to get a couple fall candles for the season, but this is like the scent of my bathroom. We have the Rose Water and Ivy candle usually going when we have company or when I'm taking like a bubble bath. And then I like these little room sprays because they're nice and compact. I hate having like a big bulky spray in the bathroom. So these are just a ton of fun, and this smells very nice. It's like a sharp rose. It's like sharp but not powdery, but very, vegetal's not the right word. I could smell it all day because I really like it. But it's a sharp rose, and I like that for the bathroom. I feel like it's very unoffensive. And I always describe roses, like rose fragrance, rose everything, as either like Nana's powder room or like lipstick on the bottom of Nana's purse. I don't know. I that's just where I go. And this is very much like a powder room rose, but it's not powdery, but a little. I don't know. It's really nice. I love it. And the last couple favorites that I'm going to share are not beauty related. Well, one of them is. It's these hairpins by Kristen S. So they're French hairpins. They come in a 2-pack. And you use it to put your hair up. When I've been like just kind of going, I will use this to put my hair up. And it doesn't crease it. It just like holds everything in place really well. Without like wrecking my curls for the day. So that's how I'll like put my hair up. That was supposed to go back, but I digress. Yeah, these French hairpins have been a ton of fun. These are the gold ones. They have rose gold and they have matte black, and I try to decide between the gold and the matte black because I have the rose gold ones, and I am gonna pass them on to a friend because I wear gold. So I wanted to pick up the gold ones, especially because my rose gold ones have been getting so much use. But yeah, the Kristen S hairpins. These are interesting. Hairpins took me a long time to figure out how to work. French pins took me a long time to figure out how to get it right. But now I can do a French twist on my hair in 30 seconds with one of these guys, and it lasts most of the day. So they're fun. There's a ton of videos on how to do them. If you're interested, I can make one, but I don't know. These have been a lot of fun. So the last few favorites that I'm going to share are more just kind of like lifestyle, entertainment, media favorites. The first one being The Summer I Turned Pretty Trilogy by Jenny Han. I am like a third of the way through the last book. I read the first two very quickly. And if you don't know, Jenny Han wrote To All the Boys I've Loved Before. And those books I hold so closely to my heart. The movies are impeccable. Jenny Han is wonderful. Her characters are just so real. Like, the range of emotions that they have, not just the main character, but like even the adult characters in this, they're just so real. Jenny Han is an incredible author. She's just great. I cannot speak highly enough of Jenny Han, especially if you like a beachy, summery, teen, romancy read that's not gonna like melt your brain. These are really good. So, like I said, I'm on the third one. I'll probably finish it maybe like 2 days, 3 days. We'll see. But these have been a ton of fun. The next book favorite that I have is another teen, coming of age, whatnot, but I don't have the physical books because I'm listening to it on the Libby app. Libby is a free app, and you sync it with your library card, and you can either check out books to like physically read or audiobooks, which is what I do. I've been doing the audiobooks like in the morning when I'm puttering around making my coffee, or when I go for walks or if I'm exercising. And the books that I'm listening to are The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. I'm on the fourth one, and they're so good. I am in my mid-20s. I'm 26. And the books came out when I was the books came out in like the early 2000s, but then the movies came out probably when I was maybe like 10, 11, and I saw the movies. I actually think I own them on DVD. Like, it was like a Walmart 2 for $5 situation. So I when I finish the series, I'm gonna like make a weekend of it, and I'm gonna watch the movies, and they're so good. Yeah, I've been loving The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. They're just silly, they're fun, they're a quick little escape, but they're also, I forgot how good the characters were, like how well-rounded they all were. And I also think it's funny because the first time I experienced The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, I was like a 10-year-old, and it was like they were like my older sisters, or like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, they were like cool girls that were like way older than me, and I like had a crush on, you know, like, I don't know. I was just very young, and it was something that I like couldn't even like fathom or conceive of. And then to revisit them now, I'm like, oh, that was like my friends 10 years ago. So it's kind of funny. Like, I missed the years that it took place for them, and I experienced them before and after the life of The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. And they've just been really fun. I think there's 5 books. Like I said, I listened to the first 3, and they've just really brought me a ton of joy. So I have one more book favorite to share, and one more like media favorite. I'm gonna share the media favorite because it's a TV show. I don't have it like in front of me, but my boyfriend and I have been watching The Sopranos, and we're on season 1, so I'm still like very early, and it is very problematic. It is very dated, but it's super good. The verbiage is awful. They use horrifically outdated terms. There's several slurs, things that I just like don't super condone and do not use. And I think if it was rewritten and redone today, like the script would be very different, but it's so good. I can't stop watching. It's amazing. It's all I want to watch. I'll come home and I'm like, ready to watch The Sopranos. Where like I can binge watch just about anything, my boyfriend cannot, so we've been spreading it out like 1 or 2 episodes a night, and that's been really fun. So The Sopranos, and then I'm also going to start the new Gossip Girl, and I'm very excited, but that's all like my HBO stuff that I'm watching. And the last favorite that I am gonna share is The Rural Diaries by Hilarie Burton Morgan. And I wish I could rewind and reread this book for the first time again. It's a memoir by Hilarie Burton Morgan. So most people know her husband, the actor Jeffrey Dean Morgan. He's on The Walking Dead. He was on Grey's Anatomy. I don't watch either of those. I know him as Hilarie Burton's husband because she was on One Tree Hill, which was one of my favorite shows growing up, and she played my favorite character on the show, Peyton Sawyer. And Peyton was like kind of my blueprint, like all through middle school and high school, and I didn't even realize how like influential the character was for me until I started rewatching One Tree Hill as an adult. But Hilarie Burton Morgan is an actress, and basically she met her husband, and in a whirlwind romance, like within a year they had their son. They packed up all their stuff and bought a cabin in the middle of the woods in Rhinebeck, New York. And then subsequently, like in the course of a couple of years, they bought a farm, and now it's a like working farm. And the book talks about like those trials and tribulations. She shares little recipes and homesteading, but she's just very candid, and she talks about like postpartum depression. She talks about miscarriage and child loss. She talks about her struggles with fertility. She talks about marital struggles, all while still being really grounded. And it's like having a conversation with like somebody just a life's pace older than you. So I'm, like I said, I'm 26, and to me, she's like somebody who it'd be like talking to like one of my older cousins about life, or I don't know, but she just has such a way with words that really like, I was there, I was on the farm, I was like seeing how stressed she was or seeing how happy she was. She talks about like raising her kid and just like picking flowers and really just like homesteading, and she does it all so beautifully. And she touches on like the Me Too movement and the allegations that came out against I think the creator of One Tree Hill, and she and a group of actresses and writers really spearheaded that against him, from like the One Tree Hill cast and crew. And it was just really heart-wrenching to hear what she had to say from behind the scenes. I don't want to give too much away because I want you to read it, but she now is she does like Christmas Lifetime movies, and I love that. I think that's so fun. But she talks about like she got offered one and took it kind of on like a dare, joke, whatever. And she said that it was like the most respected she'd ever felt as a woman on set. And that's why she continued to do them. And now I think she produces them, which is just very cool to me. All in all, like such a good book. I am from New York, nowhere near Rhinebeck. But I do want to go to Rhinebeck, New York at some point and see Mischief Farm and everything. This book was just so good. And when I read it, I was like laughing, crying, like in my feels. But then the first thing that came to mind was like, Hilarie Burton is such a badass. Like, just a badass. Like, it was so cool what she did and the way that she talked about the things that she's been through while still maintaining this really cool vibe. I don't know how to, she's somebody that, she was a hero of mine when I was a kid, and she's a hero of mine now, and I think that's amazing. So definitely check out the Rural Diaries if you're looking for a fun little memoir. It's not very long. Like, it's not like the biggest read I've done, but very good. Whew. So that was pretty long-winded, but yeah, those are some things that have been making me smile lately, and I'm happy to share them with you all. In the comments, feel free to let me know like the products or the books or the shows that you've been loving, things that have been adding a little bit of joy in your life. And genuinely and truly, there's so much going on right now, and I hope that the little beauty rituals that we have, or your downtime filled with books or movies or cooking, or the things that bring you joy, the things that make you smile, I hope that you're using them as a form of meditation and a form of self-care. And I hope that no matter what you're going through, wherever you are in the world, that you know that you're made of gold. So until next time.